There are several tools that allow you to record your screen and then share that with others. One of the tools that I have found to be really helpful in this area is called Loom. Now, I started here on this page because I want to make a point that one of the things Loom has done is make the pro version of this tool free for verified students and teachers. This is great. Not only does it give you the free version, but you have the pro version, which allows some editing and those kinds of things. So I want to make sure I make a point to start with this. You can verify your account here. You put in a valid student or teacher account, and then within probably, an hour or so, I was verified and I had a free pro account. When you do that, you're going to want to install Loom so that you can use it for your screen recording. There are a couple ways you can do that. The first, you can actually download the desktop version of this, and it'll look something like this. It'll just sit down on your hard drive, and you can open it whenever you're ready. And this interface looks a little bit different than the second way, which is you can install it in Chrome. And that's what I've done here. I have the plugin right here where it says Loom for Chrome. Either one will work, and they will connect to your Loom account. So whichever one you're comfortable with, you feel free to use that means. There's also a mobile version of this, so I've used this on an iPad as well. So to get started with your screen recording, you'll come up to whichever way you are launching this from, and you'll go ahead and click on the application to get started. When you open up the application through Chrome, you're going to see a couple of different options up here at the top. Under the Record tab, you'll see you can record your screen and a webcam of yourself, your screen only, or just a camera only. Now you can see in the lower left-hand corner I have a picture here. You can leave a picture of yourself if you're going with screen only, and they can kind of see a picture of you as you're speaking. But this is particularly helpful, that circle, is if you are going to the screen and cam, or cam only. Your picture, your webcam will show up right here, and you can actually change the size if you want that to be bigger or smaller as you're talking. So some people like to do screen recordings where the student sees the screen but also sees the instructor speaking, and that would show up right down here. For this example, I'm going to actually go ahead and close this, and you don't even have to include your picture or your webcam if you don't want to. So when you are ready to record, your options are to include your full desktop, meaning if you move off of this tab, it will follow you. It'll record anything that's on that screen, or just the current tab that you're on. Your call there. When we're ready, we're going to go ahead and choose to start recording. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and just show you a very quick demo of this. Oh, the other tab I should mention, notifications. One of the great things about this tool is that by default it's set up to notify you when someone watches your video. That might be particularly helpful if you want to know that the person you sent it to did in fact watch it, kind of like a read receipt for a text or for an email. You can turn those off as well. So if I choose to start recording here, it is going to ask me what I want to record. This is the screen that pops up, and it's asking, do you want to include your entire screen or the application window? I'm going to go ahead and click entire screen and choose to share. When you're recording your screen in Loom, you'll see a couple of areas at the bottom of the screen that are important. Here, this is letting us know that it is sharing your screen. You can certainly hide that. The controls that you'll want to take a look at are over here in the lower left-hand corner. You can cancel your recording, you can pause it if you want to, or you could finish recording when you're done. This pause recording is helpful if you are on a page that's taking a long time to load, or you're going to pause for a minute and you're going to type something in and then you're going to demonstrate something else. That's helpful. Okay, so you can see if I move around here, if I go to this screen or I go to the home page, this is going to be recording my voice as well as whatever mouse movements and whatever pages I go to. So when I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and choose Finish Recording. You're then going to be taken to a page where you can see your finished video. Now, it tries to guess what the name of the video should be, and it actually does a pretty good job with that. So I'm going to actually rename this, though. And you can rename by clicking directly inside of that area. Now you can see that there are a few other things we can do in terms of editing. One of the biggest things you can do is you can choose to trim your video. This will actually, if I click on this, it'll actually walk us through some steps of taking off maybe some dead air at the beginning or at the end, and it will allow you to trim up your video as you need to. I'm going to go ahead and return to video here. A couple other things. You can choose to download this video and it'll give you an MP4 file, which you can do anything else that you want, and you can put it in any other spot you choose to. You can choose to delete the video if you choose to, and you can share it in a number of ways here. With a link, you can embed it and share it on social media. Even if you didn't click on that button, this copy link will allow you to grab the link to this video so you can share it with anybody that you need to. This is really handy. This link can be put inside any kind of learning management system like Google Classroom or Canvas. It can also be emailed out to anybody. Okay, it's also worth noting that there are some privacy settings here and that your default is anybody with a link can view your video. You can change those privacy settings by clicking and making it public if you chose to. Lastly, I want to show you also under the editing your video, this call to action. This is kind of a cool feature that allows you to actually add a button to your video that can link to a separate URL. So if you want to say for more information, see this link, you can actually create your button and give it a URL where you want it to go to. You can change the button color, the text color, and change how the button looks if you wanted to. See if we want to make that slightly rounded, and you can save it. It just kind of allows you to extend the learning a little bit and give them somewhere else to go to for more information. And that's the gist of Loom. It's really about creating a screen capture and then deciding how you want to manipulate it and who you want to share it to. So I'd encourage you to take a look at this and see how it might help you in your classroom.